Okay, right now we're going to be taking a good look at the scales now. Scales, we're going to be looking at all the white keys and also B flat. Okay, we're going to be looking at C, G, D, A, E, B, F, and then B flat. We're going to be using our interesting approach where we do I refer to as hold notes. All it is adding left-hand root motion of chords and things that really make the scale more fun to play in the right hand. So our primary focus right now is a scale on the right hand only, up and down one octave, but with the two applications. One using a set pattern of hold notes, C, A, F, G in the key of C, and then the other one being more random. You can just jump all around, okay? So let's take a look right now at the each of the scales using the hold notes, okay? And then we'll do the random, what I call counterpoint left hand, okay? Here we go. Starting off with the C scale, you get these left hand hold notes. You can put them anywhere you want. I can put them down here. And then to the A when you're coming down. Just makes the scale a little bit more musical. The G. Remember to always play them. You go up and then down and then back up again. Then D. And A. And then E. Okay, and F is an unusual fingering. The ends of the fourth finger. And B flat. Now the B flat, you're going to be pivoting on the B or the C or the E or the F. Now the way to figure that out, you see the notes within the B flat scale. This means 1, this means 2, okay, and this means 3. Now what you'll see is how many notes before the first pivot note in the B flat scale will be 1, right? So you thumb, then you have 2 notes before the next pivot scale, so you have this. Thumb, then you have 3 notes before the next pivot scale, so it'd be boom, boom, boom. So as long as your thumb is the pivoting control, you're going to be pivoting on the B or the C, depending on the scale. The notes without the black notes in it is where your thumb pivots on all the black key scales. Pretty cool, okay? Now, once you're comfortable there, you're going to go over and do the counterpoint left hand, which you're going to start off with the root, okay, the root being whatever scale you're on, and then you're going to go to any note within the scale. So this really makes you start looking at the scale in the left hand, too. Watch. You can keep going. You can do it as many times as you want, just exploring all the notes within the scale. C is easy because you can see all the white keys. But as you get into some of the other scales, so you can just jump all around. You know, I have it displayed here on my page, only going up and down, twice. But you can go as many times as you want. And D. It's always nice to end on the one you're doing, okay? A. E. B. And again, your left hand is really being drawn into the individual notes of the scale. I'm going through this very quickly because there's a lot of scales here, but I think you're going to find it to be a very valuable experience in really knowing the scales. little scale there. Okay, it's kind of a cool way to do it. B flat, same thing. Now, what scales are going to do? Scales are you have to be built up in your hand. Strength. When you're playing anything you're playing, anything to get around the piano quickly, you want to be able to attribute to some kind of a strengthening exercise. And this is where the scales are coming in. These will be later or introduced in many ways for improvisation, for chord building, because we start talking about the thirds of chords and the fifths of chords and all the chord parts. They're going to be built from scales. So scales are a very important part of the thing. And by doing these hold notes in the left hand to get you up and started, and then doing the random counterpoint one, the level 2 here, is really great because it really makes you look at the scale in the left hand while you're running it. Okay, wonderful exercise, very important, fundamental for us to be looking at. Okay.